Okay, on the drive up here, I decided something. We are actually going to buy the hoe. If I can remember where it is in here. Liters. This guy. And I think we're gonna end up selling our weeder. Maybe. I'm tempted. Because there's a contract. There's a deadwood contract that we're gonna end up grabbing. But there are also 2 more contracts that I would like to do. There is a spinach harvest that is $16,000. Just over 15 after we lease the equipment. That is huge. So I could lease that and just send the equipment off to go start on it. But there's also a $16,000 weeding contract. This is literally a send a worker and forget about it until he's done. If we get the hoe, we will burn through that contract like nothing. And that ain't joke money. So I'm thinking do we want to buy the hoe or do we want to just lease it for our stuff? I think the contract is giving us like one of these 2. 12 meter. I don't know which one it's trying to give us. I think it's trying to give us that 24 meter one. That is a heck of a weeder. Yeah, it's trying to give us this 24 meter weeder. That's crazy. You know what? Just because I don't really want to keep a hoe around just yet. We can do what we can with our little weeder. I think we're gonna lease this for our stuff. Yeah, $2,000 and we should be done with it before that. But I am also going to borrow the items for this. When we get it pieced together and get him sent off, and then I'm also going to borrow the items for that spinach harvest. We're not actually going to do the spinach harvest ourselves. I'm going to just set a worker off and I'll just come unload him whenever he's full. But those 2 contracts alone are going to pay for a good chunk of our loan, because we do still have a lot of money in loans right now. Whatever money we have at the end of the day is going to go back into the loan, and it's going to stay there. Because obviously we're making money galore. So let's see if we can get this guy to go up there. Great job. Oh my god, that's a red beet field. I would not want to harvest that. That's going to have to be one of the big harvesters, and those things do not like corners. There it goes. Make sure he doesn't try to run into me. And let's get our hoe before we get the other equipment loaded in. And he's going to go off that way. Let's get this contract. It's got 12 hours on it, so we should have plenty of time to actually do it. The only as things take a minute to load in. The only catch to this one is the delivery point for it is like clear across the map from where it's harvesting. That's the only drawback. But I know it's going to take forever to actually fill up, so I am going to move this over to the road, otherwise you're just going to see it sitting here twitching back and forth for like 2 minutes, and then it'll finally go. Let's bring you to like right here. And now we can set you off. Great job. And your job is way over here. Look at that field. I would love to have a big field like that. It's still doing the twitching thing. It's actually managing to go backwards. And there it goes. Finally figured it out. At the same time, I'm going to tell this guy to just go... Oh no, just go like there. Okay, so we got those two contracts going. Let's take our hoe back to our farm so we can get our fields taken care of. Doing a whole lot of stuff today. I don't expect that harvest contract to be done by the end of today's video, but it will be done by the time next video starts. I'm trying to limit videos to just 1 month, and trying to limit 1 month to one video. So we're not doing too much in one time and not passing time. So let's head on back and let's get to cleaning up our field, because we do still need to apply some more fertilizer too. That is the fertilizing finish. Got all of our weeds taken care of. Got the fertilizing taken care of. Our fields are amazing. Look at that, 95% yield bonus. These fields are going to do great. And I'm going to regret doing them because of how much they're going to give us. But, hey, I won't complain. This is gonna be a huge amount of money for just these 3 little fields right here. Okay, maybe they're not so little. Let's go ahead and drop this off in the yard, and then we're gonna take a look at doing what I was talking about doing with the sheep pen. I would like to get goats, but I need to go on a little bit of a rant when I talk about doing the goats. So, I'm gonna leave the tractor here for a second. I would like to put the goats over here. So I can sell this shed. We do own this little space right here. And I want to put the goats shed kind of over here. It'll put the spawn point for their milk like right here. Because I do want to use that one shed that doesn't quite work right because it doesn't accept bales. Don't know why. But there's one problem. And the problem is that water tower. Whatever reason, its fill point and restrictions and stuff are all the way over here. And when I say restrictions, I mean, let me actually pull this up here. So this shows the collisions and boxes and stuff. You can see the one around us as a player. Or just a pill. This giant box here is supposed to be the restrictions collision for the tower. A little out of place. But because of that, I can't really do anything on this back corner here. And it acts really weird trying to get anything to work over here with the custom pins and stuff like that, which I want to put their shed right there. I want to extend their pin like way over here, kind of like we're gonna do with the sheep. Not the entire way towards the house, but like maybe to match with their fence over here. So to like include most of this right here, including the trees. I don't want to cut the trees. And keep all that in their pin. And just let the goats roam. One, it'll give us a lot of goats. And two, it'll just look good. Now, I don't know if changing the pen size actually affects the food capacity on them. I'm hoping it does raise the food capacity to match at least. Otherwise, those customizable pen sizes are going to really backfire. But for now, we're going to go and stick with the sheep. Because we do need the sheep for wool to make rope. For the playground. And a few other things. So this is going to go back over here. I'm going to go ahead and back this in right here. And we're going to decide on how we want to do this. Because our options are kind of limited. We can either get the little forage wagon. It honestly isn't that little. Or we can get a baler. We have the option of this little small one that's going to make 1,000,000 little bales. Or maybe we can push to get like this baler. I'd like to get one of these ones. Go all the way to 180. We'll have the money that we could do an actual baler, but I'm not that super worried about those at the moment. I'm more concerned about just getting them fed. Well, I'm thinking we're going to take this tractor over there because this is the one we're going to be using for most of their work. And let's go see how we can get this going. Because I do want to get these sheep over there. Oh, and while we're doing things, our weeding contract has finished. You have another one for him to do? Yeah, it's a bit big for that field. We'll just go ahead and leave him at that. There we go. It was a nice big chunk of money right there. The spinach field is going. Not quite fast enough, I feel. But it was fiddling around with the headlands. We'll be passing by it here. I have unloaded the first full, nearly full tank. So it is going. I hate how much time it spends on the corners on the headlands, so it should speed up after this. Hopefully. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take over to get that finished. But I might do that after this anyways. And then I'll do the Deadwood contract off camera, just because I'm going to be doing a lot of those. Oh, nice field. Other side of that water tower, you can see the equipment in the distance. I'm going to be doing a lot of those Deadwood contracts to just keep our sawmill filled up. So I may start just doing those off camera to keep it going. Otherwise, our series is going to be nothing but Deadwood contracts. But this is going kind of slow, but it is going because he has a million headlands to do. Unfortunately, he's already like quarter of the way through his time, and he's at 24%. And usually the headlands are the fastest. But then again, looking at how long this field is, the lines might be much faster. Okay, so we're over here. Got a billboard that's gonna be next to what we're planning here. I want to see just how far back we actually own when we buy this. So let's go ahead and buy it. We are going to go through this plan. But I want to see just how far back in here we own so we can get the pin in just the right place. Oh, it looks like we own like all the way to the trees. Oh yeah, we own like into the trees. But my plan here will work. There's a little pathway down in here. This would be a nice spot to go fishing. That would definitely be a nice fishing spot. Anyways. Sheep pens. Let's get ourselves out of the area. Okay. We're out of the area. And I wanted to do this one. And yes, I have confirmed we can change the pin on this. We can customize the pin on this one. I'm going to put you, like, overlaps with another object. I guess we're going to put you in free mode. So, there. We're going to say yes. What I want to do is we're going to go, like, way over here. I'm going to keep land is not owned by you. Well, how rude. I probably should have checked. It's weird that it lets you do it that far and then it's like land not owned by you. You can do that. We'll keep roughly the same distance from the track the whole way over. But we're going to do this rather large pin for them. I think now I just need to go to there. Do we want to plant meadow? Sure. Look how big this is. Now this should hold quite a few sheep. It's not going to be anything like the 60 whatever that the other one says it should hold. There you go, 43. And holds 4,500 food. Well, that's a good size sheep pen there. Now, I do want to do some painting, so we have at least access to this spot right here. And I think I have an idea of how I want to do this. We're going to go in here. We're going to go to terraforming. Let's go to painting. I want to do gravel. One side's bigger. It actually shows up better. We're going to do this as gravel. Not too realistic, because gravel would be terrible for loading up pallets with. We're going to do a little bit of space in front of it. I don't want too much. That's because eventually I want to replace our front loader stuff with a skid steer or something along those lines. Now I want to do path around the front of it. And we are going to give ourselves like the access over here. Not that I actually really expect to use that, but we'll go ahead and do that. Hey, that looks good. That looks good. Can I do this? I can to get rid of that little bit of grass. Let's go ahead and run this over here. And there we go. And we still have plenty of grass over here we can cut. A deer. So let's buy us a couple of sheep, and then we'll go get some equipment so we can actually feed them. Oh, look at them. They're so cute. Let's go with some of these Steinschaft, because I think they're adorable. We'll buy 10 of them. I do want the young ones so that they have a little bit of time to grow. We'll buy those. And now we just need to get the stuff for our tractor to be able to produce some food. Let's head on up to the shop. Okay, we're up at the shop. Had to take a quick moment to unload our harvester over there that's running. And let's go ahead and we're going to get ourselves this one. It's 110 horsepower. I think our tractor has enough to run that. I think it's 116. Yeah, I think our John Deere is 116. Yeah, 116. So we should be able to run this. We could downsize just a little bit, go to 60, but I think we should be fine. There's no hills or anything. I don't know why I was looking at a cedar. Yeah, that looks good to me. Let's go ahead and buy that. And while we're here, I am going to go ahead with the small baler for now. I don't plan on using it very much, so I think we're just going to lease it this time. We're going to lease you. And hopefully we'll have the money for an actual baler soon. Now, we're not going to be able to run both of these at the same time, but we can take them both over there. Fuel costs. Where the heck do we get fuel costs from? Oh, probably from the Does it charge fuel costs to run the ferries? That's neat. Okay, let's head on back over to our field and let's get some grass for these sheep. Oh, here we are. And I already know this is not going to take us very long, so go ahead and do that. We'll unfold this. And we'll get this cut. There's not a whole lot of grass here, so like I said, this is not going to take us very long. But this should give us some good grass to fill up our sheep's feed trough with, at least. Not mow down the sign. It's gonna take me a little while to stack up all these bales somewhere, but work with what you got. Besides, I don't know if we're actually gonna have enough here to make it worth getting a full-size baler. Now, the other field I had thought about getting was another field of grass. If we did get that, then yes, I would do a full-size baler, because I can for sure get a handful of bales out of those at least. And I do plan to come back eventually with a plow, and we're going to turn this into actual grass fields, so we can get rid of like these gravel spots and actually get this turned into a little mini field. I don't expect it to actually produce much. Oh, there we go. That's the end of that. Wasn't a whole lot to mow here, but we got it all cut. Yeah, let's just clean up these little edges. That one, and that one. Okay. That's all that cut. We'll go ahead and put this over here. And we get our mini bales going. How many of these little mini bales are we going to get? So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, 15? Probably going to be more than that, but place your bets. I'm thinking about 15. Our total is unload those. I can unload a partial bale because I do have that mod installed. So -1 for our partial bale. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that makes 13. Am I counting right? Yeah. I was a little ambitious thinking 15, but you know what? I had hopes. Okay? Let's get these fed over to our sheep over here. They'll probably take most of them. These are 500 liters each. There they go. They now have food. Does that say 502? Oh, the meadow grass is growing. I don't want to rely on the meadow grass because I do know it's been minorly bugged in that it doesn't regenerate after it's gone. I don't know if that's been fixed or not, but we'll see. Where's that partial? Partial was this one? Yeah, 29 liters. Look at that. I'm going to admit, this was a little later than I was hoping to get some animals, but I'll still take it. They're adorable little sheep. I will take a look at them here in a second. At least a closer look. I need one more bale, and they are about full. Does that look like I missed a spot right there? It'll get cleaned up next time. Okay, so that's, I think, as much food as we're going to be able to give them. We still have a couple bales, but you know what? This was an impromptu plan to feed them, so. Oops. Come over here. You can stay there. Okay, let's go take a look at our little sheep. Look at you. Aw, struggling to stand up. Did I wake you up? They're so adorable. Little goofy little walk. Oh, these guys are going to bring us in so much money when they grow up, and then we'll have more. Have plenty of little lambs. I got to get it back to work. Okay, well, I'm going to call things here, for you guys at least. That's going to be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to go finish that spinach contract, because he has taken forever. I'm going to get this baler returned. I'm wondering. Can I empty out the bale twine? No. Probably because it's the least piece of equipment. But, I'm going to go get everything taken care of. I'm going to go do that deadwood contract, maybe, if I feel like it. But that's be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.